So a couple of things that I just want to point out. National Rifle Association believes that any restrictions on the political speech of Americans are unconstitutional. The NRA has to preserve its ability to speak, and the NRA will not be involved in final consideration of the House bill. So it's not that the NRA is supporting the DISCLOSE Act or is urging members to vote for it. It is removing itself from the political equation, so to speak. Now, personally speaking, as an NRA member, and not as the host of Cam and Company, just as a guy who is an NRA member, I got to tell you, I'm proud to be a member of the NRA tonight. And here's why. I joined the NRA because I wanted my voice as a gun owner to be heard. And this fall, man, I need my voice as a gun owner to be heard. We've got a lot of issues coming up. We're already looking at gun control bills in California and in New York. We know that gun control advocates they're already unhappy, and the decision hasn't even come down yet in McDonald versus the city of Chicago. They're meeting at the UN right now on an arms trade treaty that they are hoping to have perfected by 2012. We need to be able to speak this fall. And again, the NRA is an organization that is dedicated to protecting and preserving our gun rights. I, as an individual, joined the National Rifle Association because I wanted my Second Amendment rights to be protected. I wanted my voice to be heard. But, I, as an individual, can also be concerned about campaign finance reform. I don't have to pick one or the other. I can actually be concerned with both. But I want my Second Amendment organization to not have to fight a two-front battle. They're a stronger organization when they can focus on their primary issue. And I think the National Rifle Association served its members well by being able to do that. However, again, I as an individual can still be concerned about campaign finance reform. I've seen Brad Smith from the Center for Competitive Politics had a post on their website today talking about the betrayal of the NRA. And I'll be honest with you, I don't get that. Because the National Rifle Association as an organization is beholden to its members. And their members were not betrayed today. Their members were actually protected. Now, these individual members who joined the NRA to protect their Second Amendment rights, they may be concerned about campaign finance reform. And you know what? If they are, I would encourage them to do what I did tonight. I actually donated $35, which is the cost of a year's membership in the NRA, to the Center for Competitive Politics. Because, yeah, I am a gun owner. I care very much about my Second Amendment rights. I also care about other issues as well. And that's okay. So despite the fact that Brad Smith said some not so nice things about the NRA, I still, as an individual, as a guy, believe in the mission of the Center for Competitive Politics. And frankly, as a guy who doesn't run organizations, as a guy who joins other organizations, I don't want my organizations fighting amongst each other. I want my Second Amendment organization to protect my Second Amendment rights. I want my First Amendment organization to protect my First Amendment rights. And I want them to do as good a job as they can serving me, the member of both of these organizations. So I can support both. I can say, I am the NRA, and I gave $35 to the Center for Competitive Politics, and I'm not contradicting myself. But I'm pleased that come this fall, gun owners will continue to have a voice. And as an individual, again, I am pleased that the issue of campaign finance reform does not have to rely on a Second Amendment organization. There are organizations out there dedicated to the freedom of speech that I can support as an individual and further that cause as well.